Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Choma. Disclaimer out there, please, if you know me very well, if you watch my previous video, you can tell my real voice from this voice. I lost my voice on July, first week of July. Up to now, I've not gained my voice back. So if you see me sounding this way, you're like, what's going on here? This is not my real voice, okay? I lost my voice. And please, I've done everything. I've drank lime, I've drank lemon water with warm water. I've done everything. I stopped drinking cold water. I don't have cough, I don't have cold. I don't know what's going on. So please, if you have any good recommendation on what to do to clear my throat, I will appreciate it, because at this point I am exhausted. I literally talk with all my strength, okay? So yeah, in today's video I'm going to be talking about some mistakes a lot of people make, or how to avoid mistakes at the point of entry to Canada. Point of entry is where the first place you land in Canada, and the immigration officer will be asking you a series of questions. So the questions that you'll be asked, or a few questions that you might actually ask, how to answer these questions, and what to do and what not to do. The reason for this video is because someone just gave me a story of how a student that got a visa, student visa, and all that, sold some things, already said goodbye to family and friends, did party, done everything, and when he got to the point of entry, she was actually sent back. And the reason for sending her back was that the immigration guy asked her, oh, you're coming to Canada? Because they'll be so friendly as if they're on your side. So, oh, you're coming to Canada? He said yes. After your study, do you want to stay back and work and all that? She was like, yeah, Canada is a beautiful country. I would love to stay back and work. You're in for it. That was what sent this lady back. They asked her, are you going to work? Are you going to stay back after your study? She said yes, that she would love to stay back after her study. I know Canada has a lot of pathways or ways to getting your permanent residence as a student. You know, they have those ways. But don't literally or outrightly tell the immigration officer that, oh, I would love to stay back. No. Would you want to stay back? No, I'm going back after my study. I will go back to my country. Are you coming for visiting? Would you like to stay back after your visit? No, my visit is just 2 weeks. After my visit, I would love to go back because I have things to do in my country. Make it short and brief, because the longer you try to explain, the more questions. Okay, so better, the shorter the answer, the better for you. Okay, so I wrote down some things that so I don't forget. I have my book here. I also have a family of 3. This thing has been happening, just that I was like, oh, let me just make a video on this, because I'm a content creator. Why not make video on this to create awareness? Okay, that was this family of 3. She was actually pregnant with a toddler and husband wife. They arrived to Canada at the point of entry. They were carrying excess luggage, or kind of, and the immigration guy asked them, you guys are carrying, from the record, you guys are carrying a lot of luggages. How many weeks do you want to spend? Because from their return ticket and all that, they were supposed to spend 1 week according to them. And this luggage you're carrying is more than luggage of someone who is coming to spend 1 week. What did they occur? You know, what is going on here? So that was how they returned them back, and the next thing they sent them back to their country. And they felt bad because they have sold everything. In fact, the man entered into depression because he has also resigned from his place of work. So please don't fall prey to any of these. Listen attentively, get your pen and paper and jot things down, okay? So the first question that they might likely ask you, depending on who sees you, these questions are not like a must that they must ask all these questions and all that. Some might not even ask a question. Some might ask, depending on who you see. And you know, these things are not just depend on who you see, okay? So some of the questions that you might likely get is, number 1, what are you going to do? What are you going to Canada to do? If you're going as a student, I'm going to Canada. If you're going as a student, your answer would be, I am going as a student to study, and after I study, I go back to my country. Make it as short as possible. If you're going for visitation, I'm going to visit my sister who gave birth, who did this, who did that, and it's just a 1 month. If your return ticket is 2 months return ticket or 1 month return, depending on what your return ticket is, you say after that you're coming back. You know, so make it as short as, don't start giving stories. because the more the story, it will birth more questions, and you might end up complicating yourself. Okay. Another questions that you might likely get is, how long are you going to stay? So from the return ticket, they already know you're going to stay 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but they will still ask you. You understand? So make sure your return ticket tallies with what you tell them. You're telling them, I would likely stay 1 month, while your return ticket is staying 2 months. You see, you put yourself in a big trouble. So you're staying 4 months, and you tell them your return ticket, you're staying 3 months. So make sure that the time you are saying tallies with your return ticket. Okay, so I'm staying 2 months and your return ticket is saying 2 months. Make sure it tallies. So another reason is the address of the place you are going. That is very important. If you're going as a visitor, the address is very important. Maybe you're going as a tourist visa, probably you lodge in an hotel, because that was the question we also got. Nobody invited us to United States. Then when we were going to United States, at the point of entry, they said, which hotel are we going? How much do you pay for the hotel bills? Because we have all the records. They're going to ask you some of these things, so just be prepared. Okay, we're going to so hotel, and we are going to be staying so days in so hotel, and we pay so amount of money. They ask us this question, so you'll be getting some of these questions. If you're actually going to a relative house, a friend's house, you're giving the location. I am going to number 111 Donald Street or Donald Avenue, and all that. You just give the details of where you're going. You should know the address of where you're going. So there's that details you are going to give them. Okay. So another question is police clearance. They must ask you if you've been convicted in your country before now. Make it short. If you have not been convicted, no. If you've been convicted, yes, this is the reason why I was convicted. Make it as short as possible. Okay. Your health record, they must ask you if you have any health challenge. Just be very honest with them. I am this, I have asthma, I'm asthmatic, I have this, I am autistic. I just give them, in a nutshell, be straightforward, and don't digress and start talking, start giving them history on how your generations have asthma, or just make it as short and brief as possible. Now you have a study visa to Canada, or you have a tourist visa, or whatever invite to Canada, is not an automatic pass to entering without any interruption. They will definitely ask you questions. Okay, they will definitely ask you questions. Let me give you, it's like I have little time. Let me use this little time to tell you my own story. Now we are preparing to come to Nigeria, from Nigeria to United States, and the agent told us, point of entry is the main place. So the kind of question is the answer at the point of your entry. It means if you go back or you will come in, or they'll welcome you in their country. So be prepared, be agile, be this, be that. They gave us little clue and all that. So in our head, we actually thought point of entry is the place where, like, probably our final destination was in Florida. So we thought is in Florida airport that they were going to ask us those questions. We never knew that point of entry is the first place the plane landed you. The first place to land. That is your point of entry. That is your, that is when you'll be asked some of these questions, right? We never knew that. We never knew. In our head, we thought the final destination, the place you're going, go, at the airport. That is where immigration will ask you this. I was actually 8 months plus pregnant at that time, and we got to the point of entry, and the immigration guy, I was 8 months plus, right? I mentioned that now. So the immigration guy was asking us, how much do we have? Because we are going for vacation. So how much is in your account for this vacation thing? How much is it? Like, is it cash, or I can't remember if it's cash, or I can't remember that part, or a credit card. Well, how much do we have? My husband told them how much. Me, a pregnant woman that is very exhausted, I carry my hand, I put in the table of the immigration guy. I never knew that was our point of entry. I was like, in my mind, I was like, because we we need to hurry up because our connecting flight to Florida was supposed to be in an hour's time. So we need to hurry up so we can meet up another. So in my mind I was like, this man should just hurry up now. Let's go and catch up our next flight. So I just put my hand on the table and was asking my husband, where was the immigration guy? Was like, please excuse me, ma'am, can you get your hands off my table, please? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I never knew that was, oh my God. I never knew that was the point of entry. I was even gingered in and prepared. My husband was like, when you get to the point of entry, don't act tired, act strong. You know, I know you're pregnant. You know, no. You act very strong, act agile, this is sharp, be this, be that. I was preparing for the point of entry. I never knew that the actual point of entry, I was acting like a pregnant woman, putting my hand on the decks and chillaxing. And the immigration guy was like, please, can you get your hands off my table? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I put my hands down. And how long are you guys staying? Can I see your return ticket? It's all right, return ticket. What is the hotel name? The book of hotel reservation. We said yes. What's the hotel name? We told them. And the hotel address of the hotel. We told them. We even had a printout copy. We showed it to them. And all that. And I said, okay, you can go. When we now got to the actual imaginary point of entry for me, right? We got to Florida, and everywhere was deserted. Like the airport was empty. We went to got our bag. We were like, who do we ask questions? Where is not the point of entry? Is it that this point of entry is not like mandatory? Some airport has point of entry. Some airports do not have point of entry. Was not where my husband was confused. Why is not the point of entry? We took our bag. We ordered tights. Nobody stopped us. Nothing. Hey! My husband was like, do you know the point of entry was in New York? When our plane arrived in New York, that was the point of entry. Where that man was asking us all these questions. We both screamed because we were such in a hurry. We have come to the end of this video. Please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. You can also turn on the bell notification to get notified whenever I post a video, and don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.